I think Liverpool have an opportunity. They've certainly got to, worry about January with Salah going to the African Nations Cup. That's going to be a big miss for them. And I think they have a great chance, of course, but they've got to build on and become a lot better than what they have been today, certainly, because you can play all you want and show all the stats you like, but if you don't get the results in the end and the wins, that's what matters most. But I certainly think Arsenal have a great chance, and I think Manchester City, we're all talking about them, and they're in bad moments and this and that, but let's be realistic. They're only 6 points off the top, so I think it's 5 points it might be, so it's nothing really when you think about it. It's a long season ahead. I think they've still got well within their rights to believe that they'll go on to win the Premier League.
But there is a frailty there. Are you left today, Jamie, with more questions than answers about Liverpool's challenge?
Yeah, I would say so. And probably just reiterating what I felt coming into the game a little bit. How good is this Liverpool team? It's almost ahead of schedule. I think the feeling was, can Liverpool make sure they get back into the Champions League this season? Maybe have a go at the Europa League, and then next season's the time to really get back. So I think it surprised a lot of people, certainly me, where Liverpool are in the league. So you think, of course, you go for it. But I think if you even speak to Arsenal supporters, they'll look at their team and have questions as well and probably think, can you win the league with the goalkeeping situation? Have they got someone who's going to get lots of goals, someone who's going to get 25, 30 Premier League goals? Probably not. So it feels like there are still questions between the top two right now. I don't think Liverpool come in the league. From what I've seen, in terms of results-wise, but in terms of performance-wise, it feels like they've had a little bit of luck at times this season. Of course, they had bad luck with the Tottenham game, but in terms of someone coming off the bench, winning the game late, I'm not sure you can continue to do that.
How do you see it?
Yeah, I don't think Liverpool win the league. I said Arsenal at the start of the season because I anticipate that City might just have that little bit of a drop, which is understandable after such a peak last season.
It's a drop, though, not complacency.
Look, I mean, with Pep Guardiola, how many times does he win one game out of 6 in a league? That's probably happened to him very rarely in his career.
Once before.
Yeah, so, I mean, for me, there is an element of dropping off your standards, complacency, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't want to call it complacency, but, I think there were times when we were in that position after a previous successful season where in the first part of the season, the games don't feel as serious or as big as you want them to be, and you just maybe ambling along, and then come February, they could be luring us in Manchester City, they just hit the Champions League knockout phase comes along, and all of a sudden it gets really serious, and Manchester City's players could step up and go on a great run, and they could go and win that league. But they may be, at this point, too far behind if they continue to drop points. Arsenal might be 7 or 8 points in front of them, and Arsenal may not do what they did last season, which is, falter badly in that running. So the reason I said that Arsenal would win it this year, I just thought that, and I think it'll come down to injuries in the end. The teams are picking up more injuries. If Arsenal keep their players fit, they've got an incredible chance of winning the league. But you can't rule City out, obviously.